Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. I just found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb." And did you know that Steve Jobs was forced out of Apple in 1985? He returned 12 years later, and the rest is kind of history. 2 examples of failure, but also 2 examples of innovation and success. So is it possible to innovate without taking risks? I say no. 11 out of 12 startups fail, 19 out of 20 product innovations fail. Failure is an essential step on the road to success. By taking risks, we get out of our comfort zone. And we all know that this is where the magic happens. Establishing an environment where risk-taking and failure is encouraged is absolutely key. But to implement such a culture is a lot of hard work. It requires leaders that set the example. It requires open-mindedness. It requires trying new things, taking risks, and dare to fail. And once again, we can learn from Steve Jobs as an inspirational leader. An urban legend has it that his only interview question was, "What was your biggest F-up in your career, and what did you learn from it?" So I'm very happy to share one of my F-ups with you today. We decided to work more actively with private customers, and we put together a team of local experts. We developed the most fancy website, full of features and content. We added a web shop, and hundreds of working hours later, we went live. And absolutely nothing happened. All right, let's just make it a bit cheaper and take X% off the pricing. And again, absolutely nothing happened. Well, clearly customers aren't smart enough to understand the packages. So let's break them up and give them even more choice. And guess what? Nothing happened again. Everything changed once we added a real person to the process. Turns out nothing was wrong with the pricing, the packages, or the website. Customers simply weren't ready to buy those services online. So what can we learn from these types of failures? First of all, forget your assumptions. Really understand your customer needs. And if you fail fast, learn and move forward. We now work a lot with prototyping. It allows us to engage with customers and other stakeholders early in the process and adapt to their needs before we invest time and money. I would encourage you to use prototypes, and you can use simple paper prototypes. You can use more playful versions with Legos. You can use wireframes and digital prototypes. You can let your creativity just go wild. We find that often simple prototypes are the ones that work best. A little, "I don't like that feature," or "I don't like the button there, but if you added this, it would make my life so much easier," from a customer at an early stage of the process is so valuable. And research has shown that teams who work with 5 or more prototypes are 42% more effective than teams who don't do prototyping. By accepting, sharing, and even celebrating failure, we can learn from our mistakes. And that knowledge is key to develop better solutions for the future. So our national hero, Roger Federer, once again, sets the example. He celebrates after losing the last game of his amazing career. In our corporate culture, we celebrate failure as much as we celebrate success. So I encourage you all, take risks, try new things, dare to fail, and continue to strive for innovation and success. It will allow you and your teams to make that magic happen. And after this wonderful week here in Dublin, I'd like to challenge you all a bit and ask you to go home and celebrate at least one failure in the coming weeks. And I wish you happy failing and happy innovating. Thank you.